Sorry about that. My camera cut off. Anyway, sometime about last week, there was an individual who basically started looking at a lot of your videos, Robert Reed. Unfortunately, this individual showed the Black Hebrew Israelite theology to their significant other. And unfortunately, the person was so passionate by it that it led him directly into the IUIC. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's pretty much not my fault. And it could have led them anywhere. I know, right? I know. But this is my point. My point is, and I'll get back to IUIC in a second, but I just want to try to talk to Robert Reed as well. Listen, you definitely got to, if I were you, I would at least try to make some type of rebuttal videos to their ministry. Because it seems like a lot of people are watching your material, and it's causing them to go into diverse places. Yes, did I only use one example? Yes, that's not true for everyone, but it's just a thought. I'm not trying to bash against Robert Reed or anything like that. He's great. I think he's an awesome dude, and on top of all that, he's my friend. So. But yeah, I just thought that it would be smart that you would at least address these people, because the last thing you want is for people to, for one, to get into Israelite theology that you believe, and all of a sudden go into GMS or something. So I think it would be wise if maybe you would try to say something about the issues with these camps. So that's all I pretty much want to say. But back to the IUIC. This individual, Cherry, pretty much ended up talking to this individual. And eventually I ended up talking to this individual. And there's one thing I noticed. Of all the things I spoke about, it seemed that this individual was bought, fixed, and sold on Deuteronomy 28. And the more I actually showed how their interpretation of Deuteronomy 28 was totally wrong, this person immediately became rebellious. I mean, they would say things like, well, that was really great what you showed me, but I really wasn't paying attention. So I would show this person again. Finally, they would just say, well, I think you're being a bit too debating. You're a bit too much. And eventually they would just say other things, and just say, well, you're being combative. And, I started to notice that the more you say the truth about, this false Deuteronomy 28 thing, people get a little antsy. Now, to make a long story short, basically the phone got disconnected. However, Mama Cherry began to continue to talk to this individual. Okay, I had to make sure it was still recording. This individual basically came clean when I was off the phone, and now they were only kind of talking together. This person and Mama Cherry. Oh, gotta get on my bus. They basically said that I had no right to show what I showed. Sorry, just give me a second. They basically said that I had no right to show what I showed, mainly because this individual spent a lot of months trying to understand, that chapter. They also said that because I showed that person, the great flaws in Deuteronomy 28, they basically started to look at the whole Hebrew Israelite doctrine as not just wrong, but they're trying to basically take a second look at it. I say this because this is a message to, maybe a lot of Christian pastors out there. If you really want to strike at the artery of, what people really believe about this false doctrine, you have to thoroughly walk through with them about Deuteronomy 28. That's my experience, and that's what I found out.
And Smithfield.
Other than that was pretty much it. Just know that there are people who actually reach out to us a lot. And on April 20th, I will be reading personal emails. I'm going to keep them anonymous, and it's not going to give too much detail, but it is going to show the very real people that reach out to us and the people who are constantly having issues with the Israelite false doctrine, and also people who have actually left. I'm going to be reading those emails. It's about time that the outer voices actually get a voice. So on April 20th, yes, we will be doing a Soldiers of God hot seat, and I hope the IUIC is there. That's all I gotta say, and to God be the glory.